What many leaders don't want to acknowledge is that they rely on the labor of young workers in order to sustain themselves. So we require leaders to think about how do we keep this new, very different generation engaged in work. And I think gifting people time is how we do that. Because Gen Z are looking for something different in the world of work. And we can't necessarily promise them, what we have had in the past in the form of the American dream, but what we can promise them is more time to pursue their own personal passions and, connect with family and friends through gifting them more time.
I like that you open up this Gen Z perspective. I believe that, when we talk about culture and how people perceive work, there is a big difference between, the old guard and the Gen Z guard. For me, when we talk about the skepticism of 4-day work week, or the taboos about work, it's funny because listening to Gen Z or like this, it's sometimes you feel like the 4-day work week is something that came out of the totally woke mind that's like totally disconnected with the reality, totally disconnected with the business realities, right? And this cannot make sense. And I totally understand a leader that says, okay, enough is enough. Come on, guys. We're here to do work, not to have, not to have fun. We're not your family. We need output, etc., etc. And it's totally a valid position. But like you said, credit to Gen Z or to this evolution of the workplace is that I think we're finally getting to a point where we are willing to test this and see that we're wrong. Leaders are wrong in the sense that this is kind of a perk, something for the well-being of the employees, and the business doesn't have anything from this, But it's very clear that like the results of kind of following this modern, let's say, work approaches actually helps the business life. This is it's sometimes when I hear myself explaining about 4-day work week, I put myself in the other person's shoes and I say this cannot be true, right? When my dad's like, he's a total workaholic. He should be in pension for 10 years, but he's reluctant to give up work. He wants to work, like totally hardcore, old school guy. And when I speak to him about all of this, it's like, you can see like mind blown, right? And this is like totally woke. What are you doing with the world? Stuff like that. But when I measure the results here, when I see how this impacts our business, the bottom line, like as me wearing my co-founder hat, right? It's just good business.
Yeah, and I think, the boomer generation and Gen X, they grew up with management as a discipline, and this is how things have always been done. You dissect and you analyze tasks and you increase the intensity at work and you get more out of people, productivity soars. But I think we have reached, the maximum output of people using that methodology now. And now we're going the other end where actually people are burning out. We also need to look at those generations and say they had maladaptive work schemes as well. And they have burned out as they've exited the workforce. Many had, reliance on alcohol or other forms of substances just to get by in their world of work. We don't even just have to look at work, but look at the social order around the work and where society has gone as a result of our attitudes to work, to realize that we do need to do something different with work, because we've created this unsustainable world, both in terms of a climate crisis, but in terms of human sustainability as well.